If you had the choice, what would you personally choose? Love or the lives of over 10,000 people? Eva Braun chose love. Eva Braun by Bergin, 2014. I chose this topic because I thought it was very interesting and I wanted to learn more about the girl that loved Hitler. Eva Anna Paula Braun was born on February 6th in 1912 in Munich, Germany. She grew up in a middle-class family in her early years and seemed to be somewhat of a normal teenager. She loved clothes, makeup, and was crazy for boys. How she met Adolf Hitler. Eva Braun went to a convent school, but quit because she realized that it wasn't a very good fit for her. She then later on went to work as a bookkeeper and an assistant at the shop of Heinrich Hoffmann, who had become Adolf Hitler's personal photographer. Braun met Hitler in 1929 when she was 17 and he was 40. She described him to her sister Ilsa as a gentleman of a certain age with a funny mustache and carrying a big felt hat. How she became his mistress. In the early 1930s, Braun and Hitler had become closer after one of Hitler's mistresses committed suicide, who happened to be Hitler's niece, Julia Raubal, and then she became his mistress. She was deeply in love with Hitler. She wrote him love letters, and this is what one had said. From our first meeting, I swore to follow you anywhere, even unto death. I live only for your love. Their relationship. Hitler and Braun kept their relationship a secret. There were no public sightings of the couple together. One of the only times they were seen together was when they attended the Nazis' Nuremberg Convention in 1935. It is reported that she generally had no influence in Hitler's political decisions and that he chose her for a companion because he believed she would not become a challenge to his authority. She tried to commit suicide twice. Once in 1932 and the second time in 1935. After the second attempt, Hitler funded her an apartment. The final days of their life. In April of 1945, Eva joined Hitler in the Führer bunker, which means shelter for the leader, as the Russians were closing in on Berlin. She would not leave Hitler, no matter his orders. She would repeatedly say to her friends, "Better that 10,000 others died than he be lost to Germany." On April 29, 1945, Adolf Hitler and Eva Braun were finally married. A short 40 hours after they were married, on April 30, 1945, Braun and Hitler committed suicide so they would not fall into the hands of enemy troops. This is the quote that I said on the last slide, and remember, she would repeatedly say this to her friends. Better that 10,000 others die than he be lost to Germany. Eva's family. The rest of Eva's family survived the war. Her mother, Franziska, which is in the middle on my picture, actually died at an elderly age of 96 in 1976 after the war. In conclusion, do you remember the question I asked you at the beginning of my presentation? What would you choose, love or the lives of 10,000 other people? What would you choose?